Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Flip Out Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, host and Bird, Benny Beldo, on the word, on the flow. We coming at you live, man, 11:07. It's gonna be Tulare, Southside rapper Tommy Gunz Arrested. He was just posted bail last night, but he is facing prison time. He's gonna be breaking it down. A couple different clips. We're gonna do the commentary afterwards. Appreciate everybody liking, comment, sharing, subscribing, hit the notification bell so I know y'all there, so I could throw it 2 minutes in the air. Follow me on Kick, follow me on Discord, follow me on Twitch, follow me on IG. Hype the video up. Let's get to 4,000 subs, y'all. Let's go.
So it looks like Southside rapper Tommy Gunz allegedly gets bailed out by his record label after he got arrested and had to spend the weekend in jail. And even though he got bailed out, it looks like he's not out the clear yet, because now they're saying that allegedly it's rumored that he's in severe debt with his record label after getting locked up multiple times and having to get bailed out. The way it works with labels is you ain't gonna see no money until the label doubles their investment. At this rate, the label's gonna pretty much own his soul for multiple albums, and especially now that you got the local detectives on your case, lawyer fees can get expensive. Tommy Gunz is out, but Peso is still locked up. It looks like Peso gets court tomorrow, so hopefully he gets out tomorrow as well. Let me know what you guys think about all these Southside rappers getting locked up, man. It's all bad. Let's load up that clip.
Mic check. Who loading pistols, dog? And I used to write this buster when I was in the halls. Man, Tommy Gunz has got thrown back in the kennel. We thought 4 Extra was bad. Oh, no, man. Tommy Gunz go to jail every month. Tommy Gunz just got arrested for possession of a firearm, they saying. And it ain't looking too good. This is looking actually really bad for Tommy Gunz. They got him as a black male. I think they got that wrong. He's like, I know he don't want that. It's not looking real good for Blanco 15 to catch the fade with him. I guess he was like training or something to catch the fade with Tommy Gunz. And yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to get that fade, my boy. But free Tommy Gunz, all trolling aside, Southside Pixeletto, you know, hardest essay from the thread say, all the shit he be saying, man. Shout out to him, man. All the fly baby mamas tap in, writing, all that, man. If he got a bail, he'll be home. If he don't, y'all know what's going on. Most likely he don't, because he's always on probation and out of jail. So most likely he ain't got no bail. Now this says arresting county, Tulare County. You know, the county he be dissing all the Nortes. You know, the county he claims that his hood runs the whole city. You know, the county, Tulare County. Man, it's going to be some ops in there. We don't know what's going to happen. Tommy Gunz, free you. Keep your head held high. Stand on 10. Don't let nobody play you. You know what's going on, man. DJ Flip would go on and stop being in his feelings, and he would release the mic check video and put it back on YouTube, man. You know, things were going on between Tommy Gunz and DJ Flip, and DJ Flip got mad, and he took the video off YouTube for whatever reason, right? Now, I don't respect things like that. I hate producers that do things like that, especially if you're getting all your back end from your producing. What is you tripping on my music video going up for? That's just a hater move. Now, his video would be put back on YouTube, and unfortunately, he would be put back in jail. He not seeing his video go up. It's almost at 1 million views. I need everybody to go run up that mic check. Mic check. Still loading pistols, dog. For real, though. Free Tommy Gunz. It's your boy, Louisville, Lil Slugger. I'm out this thing, gang, man. I do it because I'm true. I don't do it for no views, man. Like, comment, subscribe.
It's DC Baby Draco. You rocking with Lil Slug, TMZ. Hey, the hardest podcast / interviews / daily news is out right now, man. I co-sign it. I'm fucking with
the Lil Slug page, man, and check him out, man. See what he talking about.
What up, y'all? This in your business, and I want to give a special shout out to my boy Lil Slug, who been going hard on the content. Make sure y'all tap in, and also make sure y'all hit that subscribe.
I'm pulling up to mommy house, what we on then? I'm Euro stepping in the gym, running plays. I'm known to double dribble when I travel with the K. Slugger Buddy Hill, pull up splashing in their face. Feel like Draymond Green, now I don't know how to behave.
All right. We back in the building. Salute to everybody that's here. You already know I'm Blue Devil, and today we back with another video reaction. But check this out. Very quick, an announcement. Today is Saturday evening, 7 p.m. when I'm recording this video. Today we got DJ Flip and Blanco 15 in the building. So make sure you guys pull up. Palm Springs' very own Blanco. And that's why I'm doing this video. Tommy Gunz, Tulare County bandit, arrested by the Popos. Last time we seen Tommy Gunz, he was being very vocal towards Blanco 15. So I'm gonna ask Blanco today how he feel about that. So make sure you guys pull up 9 p.m. We gonna be live. But very quick, I want to send a big shout out to D Hood Star TV, aka Big Droops. I seen that he just signed a major deal over there with Hood Stocks. I support everything Droops does. You know he the homie, and I'm happy for him. So I need everybody to go congratulate him in his DM and wish him the best of luck. Salute to the homie, bro. You know, I love to see homies elevate and not be stuck. You feel me? I love it, bro. He back over there with his homeboy. He doing his thing, signed the deal, getting his money, and that's what's most important about everything, bro. Getting the bag. Getting the bag, getting the bag, getting the bag. You know, so big salute to what he got going on. And hopefully we can work in the future, right? With that being said, salute to the squad, salute to the day one, salute to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, go follow the Twitch account. All right, Hater World at Twitch. We're gonna be IRL streaming pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, let's get into this. Let's get into this video, bro. I don't even think it's a video. It's just the info about Tommy Gunz. All right, I'm gonna read it to you guys. It says Tulare County Sheriff's Office, around 3:30 p.m. on 11/6, which was what's today? Saturday. That was Thursday. Detectives went to the 400 block of East Terabella Avenue in Pigsley to contact Julian Tommy Gunz Villa, who was wanted for felon in possession of a cohete. During the course of the investigation, Villa was found to be in possession of a gun and on multiple occasions. Wait, what the fuck does that mean? You caught him once. I'm confused now. During the course of the investigation, Villa was found to be in possession of a gun on multiple occasions. Detectives obtained a warrant for his arrest. Villa, who is a documented member of Southside Pigsley SSP, is a known subset of the Sureño criminal street gang operating in Pigsley. Was later booked at South County Jail facility. Anyone with information, contact here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me break it down in layman's terms, all right? When they say during the course of the investigation, that means that they've been investigating him for a while, watching his stories, watching how he moves, paying attention to where he's at, what he's doing, who he's with. And while they're investigating this, they must have seen a video of him brandishing a gun. They must have seen a video of him packing a cohete. There must have been a video of him on his story where he was scratching his head with the gun. And so the cops are watching this saying, he's a felon. He can't own a pistol, but he got one. So they're documenting all this. They show it to the judge. The judge looks at it and says, okay, here's your warrant. Bam. So they went and got him. Now look, I did hear that he was at a bar somewhere. And I don't know how true this is, but it was sent to me and I didn't really pursue it. That he was at a bar somewhere and somebody said something to him and he lifted his shirt and showed off his cohete. Like telling him, I got one. Right. I also saw a picture somewhere that someone sent me of him with a gun. So if I saw it, the police saw it. And it really depends how much the cops dislike you on whether they're going to come and get you or not. Right? Because everybody got pictures with guns, but a lot of times, bro, the cops don't know if they're legal or not legal. They don't know if you're a felon or not a felon. So they don't really pursue because, oh, well, he got a gun, but he could be a civilian with a firearm license. So who cares? But when you're a rapper like Tommy Gunz and you're well known out here in the music scene and you're on the YouTube doing your thing, whether it's good or bad. You're a known figure. People see you, cops see you. And now they see you with a gun and they're like, wait, little homie ain't supposed to have a gun. Who gave him that gun? So a lot of times, bro, I know that these rappers do it because it's the image. Like, I'm with the business. I got this gun. And it's all fun and games, bro, until you're locked down in the jail cell. That's when you're sitting there like, fuck, bro. The fuck did I do that for? So to all the rappers that are watching this, bro, let's make it a popular thing again. Like the old saying goes, don't pull it out unless you're going to use it. I think that would be the best. We all slip up, bro. There's times where a motherfucker slips up too. Not gonna lie. When you guys see one laying around here, it's the lighter. It's a lighter. It looks like a pistol, but it's a lighter. Once you press the button, the lighter comes out. They make them so real now. They're all over the internet, bro. You go find it on the YouTube. On TikTok and all that. But back to Tommy Guns, bro. Look, somebody else sent me a post. Man, they sent me a post, but it's just a bunch of people talking shit about him. Now, look, you can ask me how I feel about him dissing Blanco and all that. That's their beef. They're two youngsters. They were friends. They had their disagreements. They gonna say and do as they please. But I will be asking Blanco tonight, so pull up. But as far as Pigsley rapper, Tommy Guns, I feel he needs the right team around him, bro. How is he holding the pistol and not his sidekick or his homie? How is his management allowing him to crash out? And I know what you're going to say. Well, it's not up to the management. It's up to him. Yeah, I know it is. But the management can plant the seed and be like, hey, dog, check it out. We just gave you a gang of money. Can't be out here getting busted. You need to move different. Get a team. Get a couple of people with you. Have one of them carry the strap. Have the other one do this. Or pay for a fucking a security guard when you're going somewhere. Not that expensive. $150 for a few hours. Whenever you're going somewhere. If you're going to a bar or a club for 3-4 hours, hire a security guard. Have him hold his gun. Like, you're a rapper, fool. Like, you can't be out here going to jail. And keep in mind, this is Tommy's third time going to jail for a gun. He definitely going up the river now. You can only slip and slide so much through county jail till the judge gets tired of you and sends you up the river. Mark my words, Tommy Guns will go to prison. But I don't think he cares. I think he looks at this like the rite of passage. Chito Ranas went through the same shit, and now he home, enjoying the fruits of his labor. Not to say they're the same, because they are not the same. But almost every rapper does this. They go to jail for a little gun charge, then they come home, and they're the biggest dogs in the world. So maybe to him, it's like, who cares? He young anyways. What's the worst gonna happen to him, bro? He gets turned into a mafia drug kingpin in there and doesn't want to come home? Maybe. Does his time and come back? Maybe. Goes on a 50-50 yard? Maybe. Who knows? But listen, hopefully that young kid can come home, be with his family, pursue his music career, and make money. With that being said, he's currently locked up. Any more information that comes out, I will let you guys know. With that being said, I'm Blue Devil. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you on tonight's podcast. That being said, let's go.
Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And I appreciate all the support. I'm back, right? I'm back for real though. For real though, for real though, for real though. I'm back. I had a few things that I needed to take care of, man. So I left you guys without a dope beat to step to. But guess what? Today, a whole bunch of dope beats, and we're gonna step to them. So over the weekend, I heard that Tommy Gunz, Soul Gang, right, got arrested for having a thing on him. I got a thing on me, baby, right? Allegedly. Now, of course, it's an ongoing investigation, but it was an investigation. And that goes to tell you and to show you exactly what I've been saying for the longest time. When you're posting stuff on your social media, when you're out there perfecting your brand and you're on everybody's radar and you're on everybody's podcast and you're just saying a whole lot of things, law enforcement is watching, especially when you've been known in the past to carry firearms allegedly, when you've been known to be the world's famous gangbanger, when you've been known to be Sur Gang representing. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to start watching you, especially if you just got out of county jail and you're on some form of probation, which I'm sure Tommy Gunz was. Okay, Tommy Gunz was arrested right in the Pixlonero, right in his neighborhood. Okay, they watched him. They actually watched some law enforcement and then pulled up on him and arrested him. And it's being alleged that there was a gun either on his person or nearby. Now, if it was nearby, you ain't got him. I'll tell you guys that right now. With a good lawyer and a good alibi, wasn't me. That's not mine. I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Officer. Hey, Mr. George, and not mine. I'm going to work, right? But if it was on his person and being an ex-con in possession, okay, and being on probation, that's going to hold them for a minute. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of rumors being spread. I'm going to debunk those rumors, and I'm going to speak on what's for reals, okay? Having been caught with guns in the past, knowing exactly what that entails, and believe me, the laws change and things change. You get caught with a strap, a gun, a biscuit, a burner, whatever you want to call them, right? Usually that's about 3 years. That's what it can carry. Now, if you're an ex-con in possession, that adds some weight. That adds some time, especially if you're a repeat offender and this is not your first merry-go-round. It's not your first rancho, right? You've been clickety-clackety all around that motherfucker. So again, it's gonna hold you. There's a lot of people that are all over the place. Oh, he can get 15 years. He can get 10 years. He can get 3 years. Look, I'm here to tell you, for him being an ex-con in possession, it carries everywhere from 3 to 10. Now, at the same time, from what I'm hearing, he's also going to be charged with the gang enhancement. That'll hold you. That will hold you. I've seen people get gang enhancements, and they'll say, this is what they'll say, the prosecutors, whenever he goes up to court, they'll say he was carrying a gun for the benefit of his gang. That's kind of hard to dispute, right? When you're, every chance you get, your Sur Gang, you can tell by the writing on the wall. Well, they looked at the writing on the wall and they decided to bust him. Now, this was an ongoing investigation. So this wasn't just something that popped up, just bad luck, cops cruising by, someone throws a gang sign, they double back, hit the Yui on him, right, and come back. They hit the baby Yui, rest in peace on him, right, and snatch him up, search him, and hey, look, guess what? This one's got a gun, or it's in the close proximity. No, this was an active investigation that they were looking into him for whatever reason. Now, that can mean that they were targeting something bigger than just him, and he happened to be associated with or around the area that they were targeting, or they were actively looking at him because they don't want this youngster out there creating or causing mayhem. You know, when you're out there doing rap songs and talking about killing people and hurting people and carrying guns, and you're saying you're a Sur Gang member, right? And that you're this and that, basically you're giving them the ammunition they need to hit you with a gang enhancement, because basically you're saying you're carrying and the things that you're doing are at the benefit of a gang. Such an idiotic move, but we've all done it in the past. Anyone who's been out there in the streets, you want to rep your barrio. You want everyone to know where you're from. You want everyone to know what you're about. And now with social media and, of course, Tommy Gunz being a rapper, What better to fucking display who you are and what you're about than on the track, right? On music, on social media, on every platform. You know, there hasn't been one podcast that this man has went to that they haven't asked him some idiotic questions that he's answered idiotically, right? If that's a word. You know, when you're telling people the origin and the histories of why you got jumped into a gang or why you got involved, and then how down you are and what you're willing to do for the benefit of that gang, guess what? Yes, sir. That's a Sur gang enhancement, right? That's exactly what that is. And let me tell you, the Sur gang enhancement is not too much different from the Norte gang enhancement. They're all the same thing. So when Tommy Gunz was snatched up this last week and arrested, he was placed into the Tulare County Jail. Now, there's people running around talking about he's ducking fades, he's PC'd up, he's scared of this and that. Let me break it down for you. First of all, Tommy Gunz, although he is half black and half brown, and that shouldn't matter, and it doesn't matter. But in the gang world, we already know how he's rocking. We already know who he's going to function with. See, he's been to LA County Jail a couple times. And when he was there, he functioned with the Southern Raza, period. That's what he claims. That's what he's involved in, allegedly. That's who he's going to rock with while behind them walls, behind them gates. That's just the way it is. See, everybody has a choice. When you get to county jail, you get to decide. That's where it all starts. That's when you make the toughest decision of your life while being incarcerated. Who are you going to rock with? Tommy Gunz had some options. He could have went in and said, you know what? I'm part of this movement, but while incarcerated, I don't want to be a part of that. I'm going to function as a brother, man, as a black man, and that's it. Now, because he was a rapper and because he was semi-famous and people know who he is, it's kind of hard to get up out of under that, right? It's kind of hard, and it would have looked like a cowardice act, of course, man, to go in there and say, look, now I'm going to utilize my brother card, man, and do that. Brothers wouldn't have been feeling that. They'd have been like, hell nah, you Sioux gang, right? They ain't on power, you Sioux gang, right? They ain't going to be feeling that. Understandable. But Tommy Gunz has chosen in his life to rock with the Villa side, right? To rock with the Raza. And so now the politics have changed. Now everything that involves is on your plate and you must eat it. I don't like onions. Eat them, right? That's it. Sur gang, right? So when he's been to county jail twice in LA, he has functioned as what they would call a homie. Now, getting out, going back to your neighborhood. Now, Tommy Gunz is in a very complex situation. See, if you're a Southerner from Southern California, you're going to LA County Jail, the Inland Empire, SGV, whatever county you're going to, right? San Diego, anything Southern California, Bakersfield back, right? You're a Southsider. You're going to go in with your gente, and that's how it is. Being that Tommy Gunz is from Northern California, or what you would consider the Central Valley, the southern part of Northern California in the valley, right? Still Tulare County. The Norteños are the majority. The Northern Raza pretty much have Tulare County sewed up. There are some southern gangs like the Pixloneros and a few other gangs that are out there in Tulare County. But for the most part, let's just be real, man. It's all Norteño territory and country. So when you go to the county jail as an active Southern, allegedly, Sur gang, Southern member, they're going to place you in your own section. Okay, they're going to put you with your own people, especially someone like Tommy Gunz, who's pretty much known to law enforcement what he's about and what he claims. They're going to segregate him, just like they would segregate a Northerner that went to LA County or any other county, Kern County. Well, I won't necessarily say Kern County. They're segregated already because you got Norteños from Delano and all that. Now, is there an opportunity for these guys to slip up and North and South to see each other? Happens all the time in every county jail across California. If you happen to see the opposition and you can get about them cuffs and handle your business, well, county jail's on site. See that resolution that they made in the California prison system and the CDCR, right? The end of hostilities doesn't extend to the county jail. Now, if someone is running the county jail that has been to prison and it's beneficial for them to say red light, green light, Sur gang, right? In order for them to say, you know what, we got to keep our program functioning, so don't get off. Now, that's totally up to them. But in most county jails, the end of hostilities hasn't been embraced. So that means any North and South, especially in Northern California, is going to be on site. Fools are going to get off where they're mad at. You got upstaters versus Northerners, and that's just how that goes. Now, Tommy Gunz is considered an upstate Sureño, Southsider, right? And so when he goes to the Tulare County Jail, he's going to be segregated. That's not PC. That's not SMY. That's not 50-50. That's none of that. That's called going into the county jail. And because of the safety and security that you pose, the threat that you pose to that while incarcerated in that county, and because the overwhelming numbers that the Northerners have, they are going to segregate this man. He is going to go to a pod or a building or a section with other like-minded individuals. Basically, he's going to go over there where the Southerners are housed. They do the same thing in my county jail. We're more northern than Tulare County. They have one block, which has always been for the Southerners, Southsiders downtown. That's where they go. They're all together. They're activated. They're doing their thing. And then, of course, you have the block, which we call the block for active Norteños. And then they have Sandy Mush, which is a camp out there, and they segregate people according to their gangs as well out there. And that's for people doing minimum time. Downtown is for people facing heavy charges or people that have that active behavior, right? That's just how it is. So for people that are running around saying, oh, Tommy Gunz PC'd up or he's segregated, of course, it's what they do. He has no choice. They're going to house him with his people right off the top. Now, there's a lot of people saying he's turning down fades. First of all, even though he's half black, he is half brown. And the raza and the brothers' politics are totally different in county jail, in prison, and on the streets. You see, the brothers, man, are about that gangbang tip. In and out of prison, it's about gangbanging. So when, yes, a Hoover or a 60 respects to both of those groups, and they trade gangster, man, I got nothing but love, man. Rest in peace, my boy, Tiny Solo. Look, any one of those groups or gangs, and there's several other brother gangs, right? Black gangs in the LA County area or Northern California. When they get locked up, they have enemigos that are locked up in the same section, same pod, same module with them. And they have to take their fades because there's really, truly a lot of gangbanging going on amongst the brothers. That's how they get down. But the raza, north and south, don't do that. See, once you step on through that threshold, once you step through those gates, your barrio doesn't matter no more. People are going to hit you up, and yes, you're going to be respected based upon the section you're from, but the barrios don't matter. It could be your enemigo, and you guys could be the only two Southsiders or the only two Northerners on that block, and you guys got to rock together, homie, because you're all you have. So that's how the raza politics get down while locked up. So there is no taking fades, having to prove yourself. Look, you get there. Are you a homie? They don't say, are you a homie from 18? Are you a homie from Flores? Are you a homie? Are you a homie? Yes, I'm a homie. As long as you're not, and then Southern California is different from Northern California, being that in Northern California, there is no red on red. Norteños rock together first and foremost, period. We have. That's what used to be the old school saying. With Southerners, you do have certain borders that are green lighted or they're ostracized for whatever reason, or they're independent. And then that could come into play. So it's a little bit more different in Southern California. Plus, there's a lot more Southerners to monitor and to do their thing. But Tommy Gunz is not from Southern California. He's from Northern California that claims Southern. Okay, so he's going to do his time in Tulare County Jail because that's the county he was busted. And the majority is going to be Norteños and Northerners. And he could tell by the writing on the wall, Sur gang, right? Now, so that man is not taking fades or ducking fades or hiding from fades like people are putting out there. I notice, man, when someone gets locked up, people want to just compile a bunch of bullshit on them. They want to make them look bad. It's bad enough that this young man is locked up. His career is looking ugly. People are like, oh, he could bail out. He doesn't have money like you think he has money. Well, he just signed a contract, man. He blew that on 2 chains and 3 Timu t-shirts. I'm telling you right now, that guy doesn't have money like that yet. He was projecting money. He was on his way. He was going there. His music was actually getting better. You know what I'm saying? Besides him saying he was born a girl, everything was going good. But at the same time, when you're out there gangbanging and you're not able to separate your rap career from your gangbanging career, guess what? Them careers will mesh, man. And that same rap career and that social media career and everything that you're doing is going to impact your gangbanging career. And here we go. Getting caught with the gun under investigation. Now, this is my honest opinion. It's just an opinion. Tommy Gunz is looking at a little bit of time because this isn't his first time being charged with having a fucking thing on him, allegedly, right? Now, how does the gang enhancement come into play? People have been saying, man, they're charging him with the gang enhancement. If they are, his gang enhancement could either be 3 or 10. One of those. Hopefully he gets the 3 shot. I know a motherfucking thing about a 3 shot, right? He needs that 3 shot because if that happens, he can get that somehow. If he can get 16, 17 months for the gun or whatever, then that 3, he fuck around, do 3.5, 3 with half time because it's not a violent offense. He could be out in 16, 18 months. True story. If he gets that 10, that's different. Usually when they give you that 10-piece extra crispy, that gang enhancement or that gun enhancement, it's to show that he was really out there thugging. You know, he could be thugging on the rap track. Sur gang. I need a Buster as a pet. But when you get caught up, they're going to say, oh, so what were you doing for the benefit of this gang? Were you really out there doing shootings? And they're going to try to tie him into a bunch of bullshit. Hopefully, as an individual, he wasn't involved like he says he is on his music, and that it's just all make-believe. And believe me, that's what his defense is going to say. He's just a rapper. He's just entertaining. It's all a fantasy world. But like I said, that fantasy world could bust your bubble and could enter the real world. And this ain't an MTV special. Sure thing. It's just real. For those that are woofing on this man, give this man the benefit of the doubt. Now, this time he's going to face a little bit of time. The first time that he was incarcerated in LA County Jail, he did a few days. He was in and out. That Vato got out, peacocked out, chest all out. Tommy Gunz was ready. He was like, Sur gang, everywhere, right? He was all over the LA streets. Anyone that would give him free clothing and Timu t-shirts, he was ready, right? And he was doing all these interviews, and he started to blow with mic check, and everyone was started to understand and know who he was. The alluring nature of the way he raps, him being half black and half Mexican always is a plus, man. Also, right, the way he was from Northern California and being embraced by Southern California, there was a lot of differences that this guy had that other rappers like Lefty Gunplay and other people didn't. He just was an anomaly. He was a little something different, right? Seemed humble, his music seemed gracious, right? Humble, the humility was there, but he hated Northern California like to the fullest, but he loved it at the same time because he was from there. It was crazy. The second time he went to LA County Jail, we're already talking about the third time, man. He's catching up to Lefty Gunplay fast. The second time this Vato went to LA County Jail, what happened? He was in there having second thoughts. He was in there like, man, my own homeboys don't love me, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? You know what I mean? Catch you to the left. Everything you own. And I got to the left. Right? He was in that motherfucker like, gang. Wasn't too sure, but LA County Jail can have that effect from what I'm hearing on people. It makes you rethink the process of what you're going through. Now, this is something different. This is when he needs to have his gangbanging shoes on because there's going to be a lot of bumping baking soda breath out the doors. Not too much fighting. The cops could slip up, but North and South are basically, when you're in that county jail in Tulare, they are segregated and separated. So it's very hard to run into the enemy. But if you do, you got to get off, right? I'm sure he's prepared for that. He said he was doing it in juvenile hall all the time. But this ain't juvenile hall. This is the county jail where the big boys play. You know, this is for reals. So I give Tommy Gunz the benefit of the doubt. I like the Lovato, man. I want to see his career keep going before it's done. But this is a perfect situation and an example. You got rappers from Northern California like Babyface, or from Washington, Babyface Wood, and dudes like Young Iggs that are currently incarcerated. Their career is also on standstill. And that's because, see, back in our days, the rappers just talked about the shit. You know, so I'm wearing Chuck Taylors and Cortezes. Those motherfuckers were wearing penny loafers and chanclas, right? Now, when these vatos are saying they're wearing Cortezes and they got a 4.5 in their waist, they do. And a funny haircut. But they do, right? And so that fictional world, it's become different now. You know, they're not playing with gang members. There's a new sheriff in the presidential office, right? And gang members are being targeted all over the United States, especially in California, as being an increasingly dangerous problem. You know, it's been going on for years and decades, but now they're being targeted. So now these youngsters, man, getting caught with these guns are getting enhancements and things are happening. I truly hope Tommy Gunz learns from his past experiences. Now, will this experience be much different from LA County Jail? Absolutely. You're in Northern California now. You're around the enemy, the opposition. You're not in your home court. Even though he's from Tulare County, he's from a little section, a very small section. See that? How big? It's very small. You know, places like Visalia, Poros, Tula, Farmersville, Exeter, Dinuba, Lince, all these spots, right, are much bigger. Lendon, right? They're much bigger than the area that he's from. So there's going to be a lot more gang members from the area. So he's definitely going to have to be on his toes. As far as the people, he's turning down fades and he's scared of Northerners. He's scared of his own people. But Raza don't do that. If he turns down a fade from a Northerner, best believe we'll hear about it. But you can't turn down a fade from a Northerner. He's going to get off on you anyway. So you have no choice. You can't say he's not, hey, what's up? You want to fight? No, they don't get down like that. They just fucking rush you, stab you, and vice versa. That's how it goes. So anyone that's making up these rumors and people that are believing, I'm here to tell you, no, leave that Vato alone. Now, he is looking at a little bit of time. I don't think he's just going to get out, but you don't know nowadays, man. I've seen motherfuckers get caught with AKs and be out the next day. It's a trip, right? Then I've seen motherfuckers get caught with a little fucking 22 and be locked up forever. So it just basically it's based upon who you are. Now people are like, damn, Tommy Gunz is broke. He wasn't able to bail out. Look, man, rappers don't got money like you think. All that jewelry, if you listen, that shit's hollow as a motherfucker. They don't have the money. Even though he just signed a deal, that's up to his record label to decide ultimately if he's worth it for them to go and get a lawyer and to back him up and to bail him out. That's up to his company, his music company. If they have respect for him, if they believe, man, he's worth it, they'll do that. Just like Lefty gets bailed out all the time because that dude Solus believes that he's worth it. And now he's in rehab and he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Now he's like, Soul Gang, right? He's fucking Super Soul Gang. Tommy Gunz, I don't know if he was too fresh in his career for them to have that type of respect for him or for them to have that type of, okay, man, he could do that, confidence. I don't know if they got that confidence. Anyways, man, I'm here to tell you that gang enhancement, if they do hit him with one, that's going to hold them. And he'll probably do like maybe a little less than 2 years all the way to 10, depending upon what they want to hit him for. Now, you guys got to remember, this was an ongoing active investigation. So they were watching him for a particular reason. And they don't just watch you for a probation violation. They don't just watch you because you have a gun on your waist. No, they watch you because they're trying to tie you in with something bigger, man. There might be more charges to come. One never knows. Hopefully not. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know what you think, because Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's betterment of all people. Free Tommy Gunz, man. Get that youngster up out of there. And stop carrying guns, stupid.
To it. Well. No. So somebody sent this to me a second ago. This was something that I wanted to bring to the light to the internet. I've seen this was going on. But Tommy Gunz is arrested. Bus wanted felon in Pixley around 3 o'clock today, right? Or yesterday, sorry. Yeah, Tommy Gunz wanted in felon possession of a firearm during the course of an investigation. Oof. So Tommy Gunz is locked up again, and I don't want to really necessarily justify what is going on here is okay, but I want to go back to the point of like, who is managing this guy that they're allowing him to just do whatever? Why is that being allowed? Like, if you have an all-star player and you're the management for that player in football, and you let the player crash out all the time, where's the money? What are we investing in? Is this a waste of fucking time? There's no reason he should have been in and out of jail multiple times if he had proper management. This goes back to the way that we think in the Valley, bro. We think that we need to focus on being around our friends and people that we grew up with, and like that's just the way it should be, and that's not how it is, bro. It's not. If the management was doing their job, he wouldn't be going to jail. They would be making money on the deals that he's doing. But because there's no relationship, there's no control in the situation, there's no word, there's like, hey, do what you want. Just let me get $100 once in a while. That doesn't put the artists or the people ahead, bro. I'm not big on the politics of everything behind either side. I'm not going to get wrapped up in all that. But I will say this: it's kind of crazy to me that they do that, and that we see young artists that get put on in our area where we grew up at, all of us collectively in the Valley, no matter what side you're from. It's sad to see that kind of shit, bro. And then we just continue to enable these activities like it's like acceptable. We should be encouraging people to stay out of jail and to do better for their life. And if you're an artist and you're talented and you want to grow, you can't stay in that same tunnel vision that everyone else is in, bro. You have to eventually tell yourself, I got to get away from this. I got to break away right now. I got to get focused on me, who I am, what I want to do. Management should be putting you ahead, always. Anybody that's encouraged or around you should be putting you ahead. They should be encouraging you to be better. Period. Anyway, clock that shit. Let's run it. I'll see you on the next one.
Salud, mi gente, what's coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. For those who've been supporting the channel, I do highly appreciate every single one of you guys. On today's video, we're going to talk about Tommy Gunz, man. This guy got arrested once again. Damn, I got the hiccups. I feel like he gets arrested every single month. I don't know, man. Do I believe that he might go to prison this time? I think so. I really think so. And the reason why is because he had a felony probation and he violated his probation, man. There's a lot of misconception of the sentence that he can possibly get, right? They're saying 10 years, man. There's no way this guy can get 10 years. I'm telling you right now, there's no way. I'm familiar with the case similar to him, and I'm familiar with those charges. I had those same charges, man. So let me explain to you one thing. Tommy Gunz was on felony probation. Why? Because he committed a felony. He went to county. He fought it. He got a deal. The deal was you're going to be on felony probation for 5 years and your prison sentence got suspended. If you were to violate that probation, the felony probation, that suspended sentence will be reapplied to you. And you're going to have to go to state and do that time. That's why he got felony probation. That's why he's in trouble right now. So when you're in probation, any type of probation, man, they're going to be paying attention to you guys. Simple as that. What you do, what you post. And apparently this guy took a picture or had a video in where he had a weapon with him, a firearm. And because of this, they were like, hell no, this guy just violated his probation. Let's go and pick him up. That's why he had a warrant. I'm pretty sure they called him and they were like, hey, Tommy Gunz, come and turn yourself in. We got these pictures. We need you. He never showed up. So he now is wanted, right? He's on the run. I had a similar homie who actually went through the same thing. Renegade Media did a video on him. And even though he got the information kind of wrong, I was there when this happened. So it was me driving. I had a homeboy on the other side, and my boy who took the picture was sitting on the back of the truck, right? He took a picture. He put it on MySpace. There was no Facebook back in those days. It was MySpace, right? Well, guess what? Law enforcement is going through social media, paying attention. What are you doing? They got this guy's picture. They went and picked him up from his house. And even though he didn't get charged with a possession of a firearm, his probation was violated, right? So what I think is going to happen with Tommy Gunz, right? Even though he has the charge of resisting arrest, he has the charge of a felon in possession of a firearm, and he has the charge of I don't know if it's charge or it's enhancement of what gang affiliate, or it was like a gang enhancement. I don't think he's gonna get none of that stuff. What my belief is, right? The reason why is because there's no evidence. There's no physical evidence of this guy having a real firearm with him, because that could be a toy. And if he makes that argument, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Just a picture, just a video. Prove me wrong. That's how it works, right? If he was to get sentenced, let's just say and debunk this 10 years. If he was to get sentenced out of everything, right? So we're talking about the 1 year resistant arrest that has to happen in county. 1 year. The second charge, which is a felon in possession of a firearm, that carries, I believe, 16 months, 2 years, and 3 years. I had the same charge. They're gonna give you always the midterm. Always. Maybe if you got caught with weapons many times, maybe you get the max. But you're gonna get the midterm, which is 2 years, right? So now we're talking about 1 year in county, 2 years in prison, in state prison. Now, when it comes down to the enhancement of being a gang member, if it's an enhancement, there's an enhancement that carries 10 years, right? Somebody put that it was between 2 to 10 years. It does not work like that. You have to understand how the law works. If it's a charge, it only carries 2 years, right? And why they give you that charge? So once they find you guilty with that, what's going to happen? You have to register as a gang member. So whatever you commit, they can say, okay, this was based for the benefit of the gang. You don't want to do that, but it carries 2 years, right? If this is just a regular sentence, I believe that's what it carries. If it's an enhancement, it carries 5 years or 10. And his situation is going to carry 5 years. So if that was the case, the max he's going to do is 7 years, 8 years if he gets the bad luck, right? 1 year for resisting arrest, 2 years for the possession of a weapon, 5 years for the gang enhancement. He cannot get 10 years for the gang enhancement. The reason why is because he did not commit a violent offense. How do you commit a violent offense? Let's say you get a weapon. You see a group of people. You shot 50 shots at them, but you didn't hit them. You don't hit nobody once, man. You got the messed up aim and stuff like that. And you just go crazy and you just spray everything except the people that you want to spray. That is not considered a violent offense. The reason why, because you never hit nobody, right? In order for you to get convicted of a violent offense, it has to come with a GBI, great bodily injury, and that means that some type of wound has to happen. You have to open his skin in order for you to get GBI. So if you shoot at one person or multiple people and just hit them once, just one shot, hit them once, that is a violent offense. Once you hit them and create that great bodily injury, you're done, dude. That is a violent offense, and everything just multiplies. Everything just multiplies. It's gonna be all bad, man. So I don't think this guy's gonna go to prison to do 10 years. I don't even believe they're gonna give him time for this. I think if something, he's gonna be in violation of his parole, of his probation, my bad, and he's gonna go to prison for his suspended sentence. That's the only thing. See, the thing about these guys, man, is that they're out there running amok, forgetting that they are already an artist. A lot of people are paying attention to these guys, and possibly this can affect his career. Once people stop talking about him, that's when the artist is gonna lose. This guy has to keep being relevant, keep doing things so they can be in social media, so people can talk about them and people can go and check out their music. Because once they're put away, ain't nobody gonna care about them. Ain't nobody gonna care about them, man. Put it that way. So Tommy Gunz, man, arrested once again. He's not gonna do 10 years. Do I believe that now that he's gonna get locked up in Central California, he's gonna run across any oppositions? No, he's not gonna run with no opposition. Period. Period, man. The reason being is because as a Southsider in the county jail, Tulare County Jail, you're gonna have your own pot, in where there's only gonna be Southsiders, Sureños. It's only gonna be people like that in those pots. They cannot be mixed with nothing else. And that's how it's run. Like, he's gonna be on his spot. He's gonna be surrounded by homies, and that's it. Unless he goes to the cell living, and where Sally is gonna be another Southsider. You know, I do understand that maybe a lot of people don't understand how things work when it comes down to the charges, the county in Tulare County, man. But this video is to inform you, to let you know. And I don't know, I mean, I know a lot of people are worried about Tommy Gunz, man, but he's gonna be all right. I believe there's gonna be a lesson to be learned, and we'll see what happens, right? So with this being said, we are done to next video. Saludos a todos. Have a wonderful Sunday. Let's go Cowboys. Maybe this time we're gonna win, man. What do you guys think? Al ratos, we out.
Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. This is a good one.
Salud, mi gente. What's coming through once again. Before we continue with this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel for those who've been supporting the
Pistol packing Mexican, we shooting shit like Frank Bob's. Killers in my circle, walk over, don't do drive-bys. You trying to get some paper, follow me, teach you the God.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, man. You guys know we got another reaction clip for you here on Kelly Media Reactions. You already know what we do here on this channel. We react to all the social media content as it's put on social media. We're gonna react to it, right? So today has to do with upstate Sureño rapper Tommy Gunz, right? Tommy Gunz recently got incarcerated, right? He is now sitting in the South Tulare County Jail, right? So with that being established and said, go ahead and hit me with the like button, hit me with the dislike button. I want to hear your comments down there below. What do you guys think about these rappers that need to choose either street credibility, homies, or chase your dreams, right? Because you can't do both. We all know that. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this video. So go ahead and drop a comment, hit that like button for me one time, and let me know what you guys think. Hey, and the most important part, if you haven't subscribed to Kelly Media Reactions, consider subscribing, right? So in the next clip, let's talk a little bit about Tommy Gunz, right? Now, the crazy part is that the Hura was watching them the whole time. The boys in blue were watching this youngster the whole time, right? It says in this clip I'm going to show you that you're going to read, you know, they state that they were watching social media, music videos, and other occasions that they seen that he was in possession of a beam, right? Of a strap, of a beam, right? That he allegedly was seen multiple times. That's what prompted the warrant and the manhunt for Mr. Tommy Gunz. Now, oh man, it's just a crazy situation because it said that this would be his second charge, right? Felon in possession of a firearm. So, will he get broken off sometime? Maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some time involved. But the crazy part is, homies, is that he got caught up in his section in Plexi. Very, very small town. He had a strap on him, got caught. They were watching him the whole time. He didn't even know. And they swooped him crazy situation, man. But it just goes to show you, homie, that all that toughness, all that, you know, acting tough for the net and trying to put on a persona that you're this tough guy with a strap, with a beam, and you'll bust on anybody, you'll do all those alleged things, right? You gotta remember, homie, this right here is a prime example of why you shouldn't do that. But I'm gonna get into this next clip, right? Let's get into it. I'm out. All right, and we're back at it, right? So, let's break it down real quick. This young man was being watched on social media, music videos, you know, social media posts. They knew his every move. They knew where he was. They knew he was posting guns, and they popped him. Now, this is why I always say it's not good to get on the internet and brag and floss and try to act like you're this big bad wolf, right? Because now he's sitting in South Tulare County Jail. And you know what? I would think and believe, homies, that there's gonna be a lot of norteños, right? A lot of northern faction inside those walls. Now, the young man has no bail. Not a good sign. No bail at all. Most likely, and I hope it don't happen to him, but most likely he's gonna end up in prison. I hope it doesn't happen, but think about it. If you ever been there, you ever done it, you know, two times getting popped for a strap, yeah, you're gonna have to do some stay time, even if it's a turnaround, right? They're gonna want you to catch a number, put you on parole, and get some money out of you. And I mean, that's just the way the system works, homies. But at the end of the day, homie, will this destroy his career, homie? Because at the end of the day, when he got out of Los Angeles County last time, he said if people were falling off, his music streams were going down. Now, he's got popped again in his own neighborhood, as you can see in the picture. You know, all I could say is many blessings to this young man. Prayers go up for him, man. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a long ride for this individual. So just remember, man, internet is for social media entertainment. It's not always for every little single thing, right? So just be careful what you do, what you post, and what you say up on here, man, because you can't come back and haunt you. This man has no bail. Free him. And hopefully he has a good ride, right? With that being established, man, hit the like, drop a comment, and let me know what you think. I'm out.
Pistol packing Mexican, we shooting shit like Frank Bob's. Killers in my circle, walk over, don't do drive-bys. You trying to get some paper, follow me, cheat you the God.
The road is back. Now, I didn't think that I'd be doing another video this soon on this T Grizzly Whack 100 situation, but this one right here is kind of crazy. Now, earlier I was checking out Dogface's live stream, and he was on there talking about the $5,000 that Whack 100 bet academics that he couldn't prove or find any pictures of them standing or him standing next to T Grizzly prior to him fake exposing T Grizzly. Now, with that being said, academics went live tonight. And apparently, Whack 100 got caught slipping at the airport. Now, Whack didn't know that this was going on. Whack didn't know that this was taking place, but it was actually caught on camera. Whack 100 and R&B lacking, according to the individual that sent the pictures, in the airport at the LAX. Check it out.
They claim this is Whack. I don't know. Said, tell that Whack we let him skate. By the way, I'm mad federal, right? yeah. Don't send me a crime. Yo, Whack. You gotta send your Fed Connects these. You feel me? To send the same that locked up Big U these shits. Yo, some guys are taking pictures of me while I'm at the Delta check-in thing, and they're texting another civilian saying, "Tell that nigga Whack we let him skate because he was with his bitch."
First and foremost, I don't even know if Academics realized what he just said. Basically, Academics is insinuating that Whack 100 has some federal connect that actually got Big U locked up. And he's telling Whack, hey, send these pictures to your federal connect so that they can get these individuals locked up basically for taking pictures of me and my fiance, or me and my wife, or me and my girlfriend, or whatnot. But with that being said, man, these pictures are of Whack 100. This is Whack 100 in the airport. Somebody sent these to Academics. Now I'm guessing that Dogface is probably the one who sent these to Act, seeing as though he's definitely been in contact with Academics. But for an individual to be that close on Whack, catching him lacking, that's crazy. Now, I know Whack is going to say that he wasn't lacking and it was what it was. And eventually, you know, Academics definitely got Whack on the phone.
Whack.
Bro, niggas be cowards. Bro, don't send me no picture of me and you ain't said nothing. You was a coward.
No. They sent it to me and they said they gave you a pass. And I'm like, yo,
listen,
that's
bro,
my brother. Don't hurt my brother.
Nah, listen, don't play with me like that. You see me in the airport, you didn't say nothing. You didn't say, Whack, let's go to the bathroom. You're a coward. You're a coward.
I remember one instance specifically that Whack 100 claims to have somebody tap the shoulder of a YouTuber who goes by the name of SBGB TV. Y'all should remember him because we ran content on him about a week ago of him leaving some kids in the car while he went in the casino and came out and got caught with some work in his pocket or whatnot. But anyway, though, Whack claims that he had somebody tap his shoulder. They didn't do nothing to him. They didn't hurt him. They didn't put hands on him or nothing. So this picture that somebody took of Whack and them saying like, hey, we saw you, but you was with your girl. So basically we let you slide. It's a small world or whatever all they said in there. You know, anybody can be touched. I mean, it's the same thing, though. You actually claim that you sent somebody at this dude, SBGB TV, and tapped him on the shoulder. Well, they took a picture of you and your girl.
Maybe they trying to send you a warning or something.
Ain't no warning. Now, so T Grizzly said that?
No.
Blood right there. You telling me that's a threat from T Grizzly?
No.
He right there off the 118 freeway in Porter Ranch on the DNR.
No. I'm going off. No, I'm going off the picture. Listen, I'm going to the picture of the message. The message says, "Tell that nigga Whack we let him skate." If their demeanor is that, oh, you're with your wife.
Listen. I ain't giving you no pass with yours.
Oh,
and since you telling me that's T Grizzly people, it's on with blood. You telling me that's who said that's a threat? Yeah. It's on.
It's definitely a warning if it ain't nothing else, though. Like, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Like, for somebody to claim that they tap somebody on the shoulder, or for somebody to be taking pictures of somebody in the airport and sending it as a message as to, hey, listen, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, but I didn't. That's definitely a warning and a threat, man, that I ain't taking lightly. But see, when you playing these games with other people, you gotta expect that it come back full circle to you as well. So while Whack is upset about what allegedly T Grizzly's people did, or T Grizzly's people was involved in, Whack then did some stuff which he'll deny, or he'll try to justify why he did it or what he did, or say that he didn't start it. But at the end of the day, Whack then did some stuff to some people as well that could have been considered as a threat or a warning, or, you know, the same way that he taken it. Now, back to the original issue that got this started, because really, remember, this all got started over Whack 100 actually coming up with some paperwork that he allegedly got from Baby Shooter, which was faulty. But at the end of the day, Whack 100 claimed that he was going to get in touch with Baby Shooter's lawyer, and they would present some paperwork. And everybody's been asking, where's the work? Where's the work? Where's the paperwork? So now today, after these pictures have come out, after many videos have went up on YouTube about where's the paperwork, after the 500,000 wager to Whack 100's 10,000 was made, now all of a sudden Whack has an explanation as to why we haven't seen any paperwork.
I really wasn't tripping it, my nigga. That's between him and that man he told on, but since he want me to personalize it, cool. I told you the niggas, this how you know I wasn't tripping it. I never addressed that nigga putting out that goddamn FaceTime recording, bro. Never.
Okay.
I'd have been aggressive. But since he want me to personalize it, cool, I'll personalize it. We dealing with it. I ain't tripping. We just got one more thing to clear up with nephew. You know, some things is bigger than the next. You got to do it in order, so it don't fuck the other one up.
Now
you got to remember, act. You have to remember, dude is already cooperating. Act. Hold on, I want you to use your brain.
Ooh, T Grizzly.
He's a witness. My man is still in there.
Oh.
So we got what we got. We just being told by the legal, hold up until he clears it up. You feel what I'm saying? These people on the internet don't mean shit.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for the
All right, y'all. So yeah, man, Tommy Gunz, man, he just got free. He needs to stay out the way though, man, with these cases and stuff, because it doesn't seem like the label will bail him out again, as well as not posting nothing with the poll, you know, him having a poll on social media because he knows the label and police is watching his every move. We out here, we gone. Follow me on Kick, follow me on Twitch, Discord.